So today we're going to look at prime factorization and just look over a couple of practice problems real quick. So first of all, we need to determine the difference between a prime number and a composite number. So a prime number is just basically a number that can only multiply one in itself to get. And a composite, it has multiple factors. So let's look at some examples. So in this case, 7 would be a prime. And we know that 7 would be a prime because we can only get 7 by going 1 times 7. Can you think of any other ways to get 7? No. In that case, it is a prime number. Let's look at a composite number. So a composite number would be something like 24. We know it's composite because I can go 1 times 24. I can also go 2 times 12. 3 times 8, 4 times 6, and again, we know this is composite because it has multiple factors. Each one of these represents a factor for 24. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24 are all factors of 24. So that's important to know when we're doing prime factorization. So basically what prime factorization is where we break down a number. Let's look at an example real quick. Now let's use our knowledge of what we know about prime and composite to do the prime factorization of, let's say, 8. So the first thing we're going to do is think of two numbers that we can multiply to get 80. Remember when we're doing this that we don't want to use 1. 1 is not a prime nor a composite. So we only want to focus on either a prime number or composite. And again, at the end we should have nothing but prime numbers. So you're not done until you see nothing but prime numbers that's going to get us to equal to 8. Let's break down this number. So I know that 8 times 10 will give me 8. Neither one of those are prime, so we're going to keep going. I know that 4 times 2 gives me 8. I can circle my 2 because it is considered a prime. Now I have to break down my 4 by going 2 times 2. Both of those are prime, so I'm going to circle it and then I'll move on. Let's go ahead and let's look at 10. What times what will give me 10? In this case, I can go 5 times 2. Since both of those are prime, I'm done. Now, let's write out my number. So in this case, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 will give me 8. And again, we can multiply that up just to make sure. But then also, let's put it in exponent form. So I know 2 to the 4th power times 5 will give me 8. Let's try another one. So let's try the number 136. Whenever you have numbers like this and you're not sure what times what will give me a certain number, look at the back of the number and see if we can easily divide it. It's an even number, so I know I can divide it by 2. Let's go ahead and let's do the math. So I'm going to go 136 divided by 2. 2 goes into 13. 6 times, that's 12. Bring down my 1. 16. How many times can 2 go into 16? 8 times. So in this case, we know that 2 times 68 will give me 136. I'm going to practice that same steps by doing the same thing with 68. 68 divided by 2. That goes in there 3 times. That's 6. Bring down my 8. That's 4 times. So in this case, we know that 2 times 34 will give me 68. Let's keep going. So 34 divided by 2 again. That goes in there 1 time. and that goes in there, what is that? 7 times. So in that case, we know that 2 times 17 will give me 34. We are pretty much done because 17 is a prime and 2 is a prime. There is nothing times itself or nothing times that number that's going to give us 17. So in this case, my answer would be 2 times 2 times 2 times 17. Or 2 to the third power times 17. Let's try one more and then we'll move on. Let's try our last problem. Let's try 240. Anytime you have a number that ends in 0, you know you can multiply that by 10. Now what times 10 will give us 240? 24. So 10 times 24 will give me 240. Neither one of those are prime, so I'm going to keep on going. We know that 5 times 2 gives me 10. So both of those are prime, so I'm going to circle them. Let's go ahead and look at my 24. What times what would give me 24? 6 times 4 would give me 24. Neither one of those are prime, so I'm going to keep going. 3 times 2 gives me 6. Circle, circle. And then 2 times 2. Circle, circle. So I know that both of those items are complete. So now let's write out my numbers of primes that I have. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Notice how I put my numbers or my primes in order as they go. Now let's put it in exponent form. So in this case, I have 2 to the 4th power times 3 times 5. I hope this helps.